Hi everybody. On stage 1 we saw a 6-man break form quite easily, much earlier on in the stage than I expected given the terrain at the start of the stage. UAE worked throughout to keep the break in check, never giving them more than somewhere around 3 minutes. Contrary to what I expected, Pogacar opened the debates on the Bivio di San Vito, yet never managed to drop Narvaez, and also Schachmann remained within striking distance. Both men pipped Pogacar to the line, with Narvaez taking an impressive win. Baudin came home in fourth, with a peloton of 18 riders coming in at 10 seconds. A notable and unexpected rider in this select group is Filippo Ganna, clearly coming into this Giro firing on all pistons. Here's the GC going into stage 2 with Narvaez donning the pink jersey, Schachmann 3 seconds behind, Pogacar on 6 seconds and the others on roughly 20 seconds. Notable victims of Bjerg's pace on the Colle Maddalena were Bardet and Aresman, losing 57 seconds and a whopping 2 minutes and 17 seconds respectively. Especially for Arendsman, it's already game over. Also Woods, whom I ranked quite high for the stage win, proved not good enough. In the process, Narvaez also leads the points competition. Interesting to note is that Groves, Milan and Danny van Poppel showed interest in the points on offer during the intermediate sprint. In the fight for the blue jersey, there's 58 points on offer in stage 2, 40 of them lying on the finish line. So whomever wins stage 2 will take over the climber's jersey from Kalmajan. Stage 2 is another challenging stage, 154k, featuring the first of 7 mountaintop finishes in this edition of the Giro d'Italia. It's another short stage with a flat start. It should be fairly easy to control. The finish climb to Santuario Di Oropa rises at 6.2% to the line in the last 11.8 kilometers. Note that these figures are deceiving though, given that the first 5k are relatively mellow, followed by a 1.6k middle section at 9.5%, and the final 5k at 8% average, including the steepest part of the climb, with a gradient of 14%. This irregular climb once more suits Pogacar really well. It is hard to say how the result of today's stage will have impacted him. Does he use it as an excuse to take a backseat and offer his team an early rest day, leaving the work to Ineos? Or does he want none of that and does he let his boys work to stamp his authority on this race? In both scenarios, with a stage that is as easy to control as this one and a pink jersey on offer, it will be difficult for the break to build a sufficient lead going into the finish climb. So I'm sticking to my pre-race prediction by calling this as a day for GC. So I'm calling Van Zevenand at Soudal Quickstep, G at Ineos on the rendezvous on today's stage, Pogacar at UAE and Uiterbroeks and Valter at Visma Lease Bike, Tiberi and Caruso at Bahrain Victorious. At EF, Ucarty was taken out of the selection and Valgren was called to replace him. This makes Chavez their main GC man, so I'm expecting him at the front tomorrow as well. Then my man Dani Martinez climbing solidly today, and with Quintana already draining a minute, Rubio is my man at Movistar. At DSM, I'm not writing off Bardet just yet. Lutsenko and Fortunato at Astana, who made a better impression as a team than we've seen them doing for years now. Dunbar and Zana at Jaiko Alula, and JP Lopez at Little Trek. We saw an impressive ride by Pellizzari at Bardiani today. Let's see whether he can confirm tomorrow. I'm also not yet writing off Storer at Tudor. And finally, O'Connor and Aurélien Paré-Peintre at AG2R. Betting odds were not yet available at the time of recording, yet Pogacar is my only 4-star favorite for this one. Geraint Thomas, Martinez and O'Connor get 3 stars. Uiterbroeks, Tiberi, Dunbar and Caruso get 2 stars. And Lutsenko and Chavez each get 1 star. For the podium, I expect Pogacar to give his team a relative rest, let Ineos control the break and follow wheels, to then make a decisive move on the steep bit with 2k to go on the Santuario di Oropa and taking the win ahead of Martinez and O'Connor. Enjoy the stage and see you tomorrow evening for my stage 3 prediction.